will always speak louder than words. I don't care who the words are coming from. I don't care if it's a trusted friend, if it's somebody you are dealing with in a relationship with, a parent, a family member. The action is always going to speak louder than words. And I know that's so cliche, but at the same time, you hear people all the time talking about, oh, I'm going to do this for you, I'm going to do that for you, da 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 da. And when it all boils down to it, is they're just talking. They're not doing anything. They're not even putting in the action to get started. They just talk about it, and they talk about it, and they constantly talk about it. And now it's 5 years later, and you're like, well, you said you was gonna go, like, for an example, you said you were gonna go back to school for whatever. And they talk about it. Oh yeah, I'm still looking for school. I'm still looking for school. It's 5 years later. There are so many schools. There are so many universities. There's so many ways to learn something nowadays. There's no excuse for, oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, and then 5-10 years later, it's still not done. Since I'm a life coach, I had to practice what I preach. I had to stop talking about the stuff that I was going to do and just do it. So in 2020, when I really had a break from life, and I'm not even saying it to be, because I know a lot of stuff happened during 2020. I'm just saying for me and my family, that was a break from life. That was a break from getting up, going to work every day. That was a break from doing this, doing that, and running around and ripping and running. It was a break from life. And I know that wasn't the case for everybody, and if that wasn't the case for you, I'm sorry, because I know a lot of people passed during that time, and a lot of people lost family members during that time. But for me and my family, I can only speak from my perspective when it comes to this. I had to start putting my money where my mouth is. So when it came down to learning different skills and studying herbalism, reading more, and taking time out to just be, instead of thinking, oh, I got to do this, I got to do this, I got to do it, and just running rampant because we couldn't. I learned what I wanted and what I didn't want, but I also had to put that action into flow. I had to start doing things, and like I said, I put my money where my mouth is. I paid for different courses and different classes and different things to get me to where I wanted to be faster. So now it's 2024, and it's almost the end of 2024. Depending on who you are, we know there's people that consider the spring the new year, and if that's what you do, then do what you do. And let me tell you, because there were some things when I felt like I wasn't pushing the needle fast enough. I wasn't doing enough. I felt like I wasn't doing enough. And one of my coaches, she was like, "What are you talking about? You got a whole Beacons AI page. Like, you sending out emails, you doing this." And I was like, "You're right." Because before I wasn't doing that. And just like now, like this morning, I did not have time to sit down and do this video because, I don't know, it's just a lot going on this morning with me. So instead of saying, I'm gonna do it later, you guys gotta just ride with me. I know, you guys just gotta ride with me on this ride. Like, a physical journey and a mental and emotional journey. As me being a life coach and you watching the videos that I put out. And if you're liking this video, like it, share it, subscribe, share it with your people that you know need it. Because right now, we got 3 months to the year. 3 months, is it? October, November, so we got 3 months left. I did a video before, and I was talking about how people do these vision boards every year. You do these vision boards every year, and you don't do anything on the vision board. You do these vision boards every year, or you get a journal, you write in this journal every year about what you're going to do, and you don't do it. And I can speak on that because I used to do it. So when I say I'm talking to myself and talking to you too, like, I've already had these conversations with myself. I've already got to the point where I was just like, I'm gonna have to do this. Oh, sorry, y'all, it's moving around. I'm going to have to do this, this, and this to get to where I need to be. I need this amount of money to get to where I need to be. Because sometimes I do take the YouTube route. I do the university, YouTube University. But there has to be a faster momentum, especially for me, because I'm in my 40s. And I talked about doing so many things from my 20s that I didn't do. So now I'm playing catch up. And a lot of people think, oh, we got time. We don't know how much time we have. And I'm not trying to be morbid, but nobody knows the time. We know we're gonna go. That's a fact. And I'm even to the point now where I don't even listen to people when they're talking about stuff that they said they were gonna do and they haven't done. I'm not even listening anymore. Because I feel like I got my own stuff that I need to be doing. And you're talking about something that you said you were going to be doing, something that you said you were going to do 5 years ago, and it still hasn't gotten done. So now it's like, I'm not, like, before I'd be like, oh, well, we could do this, we could look up this, we could blah, blah, blah. Before I used to help, now I don't help. And I'm not saying that to be mean or rude, but if I already know 5 years ago you were talking about starting a business, or you were talking about doing this, that, and the third, and you still haven't done it, I'm not going to waste my time trying to help you. I will help the people that want help. I will help the people that, they really want help. They're really taking an initiative to do what they need to do. Because at this point, everything is moving so fast. And it's like some people are just, they're so slow about everything. And it's just like, get out of everybody else's way if you're going to be that slow about certain things. And that's not to say, everybody works in their own pace, everybody goes at their own pace, but you had 10 years to do this. So now it's time to speed up. You got to speed up. And a lot of people don't want to hear that. But at this point, we are getting to the point where technology has definitely been advancing. It's already advanced anyway. But here in the States, we're kind of left behind. And a lot of people don't want to admit that we are left behind. Like, I seen a video the other day and they were like, Japan is in 2050 or whatever they said Japan was in because of the technology advances that Japan has. And somebody responded back in the video and they said, no, you just live in America. And I was like, because people right now, they're scared of AI. They're scared that AI is going to take their jobs, but they don't take AI and use it to make their job easier. And I tell people all the time, my kids are 21, 14, and 12. I tell them all the time to use AI. I've been using ChatGPT for a while now. And it does save time if you know what you're doing, if you know how to prompt it. So when I say actions speak louder than words, your actions are going to have to be constantly pushing the needle forward, especially for these next couple of months in 2025. Because right now we don't know what 2025 is going to be. Everybody's caught up in the election. They're caught up in the Diddy case. They're caught up in the Disney case. They're caught up in everything entertainment. Some of you probably need to be doing entertainment and being on an entertainment podcast and starting a podcast or starting a YouTube channel. Focus on entertainment because you're so into entertainment and what celebrities are doing, what celebrities are not doing, and who's on the list and who's not on the list. And Beyonce just dropped Whiskey, and it's the list goes on. They keep you constantly entertained. And when it comes to, they keep you so if you're constantly entertained, you're not doing what you need to do for you. Some of you probably could be like social media managers and manage people's social medias, because right now everything's going to go digital. I really feel like, I could be wrong, but I really feel like we're going to have a reenactment of 2020. And it's not going to be what everybody thinks. It's not going to be, oh, we're getting checks for this. It's going to be harder. It's going to be hard. with the election going on and everybody saying this and everybody saying that, I need you to focus on you and your family, especially some of you who are very entertaining. And you've been saying for the longest, I'm going to start a YouTube channel. I'm going to start a YouTube channel. I'm going to start a YouTube channel. And you have yet to start the YouTube channel. Some of you have all these great ideas and they're just sitting because you won't sit and write out your script, which you can use ChatGPT to do that, but you won't sit and write out the script. You won't quiet your mind enough to do the things that you dream about doing. So when it comes to all this talking, you just talking. Your actions got to speak louder than your words. I got this one cousin, and she's so dope when it comes to like styling people. Like, I could send her a pair of jeans and say, what can I put with these jeans? And she'll send me different shirts, different shoes, different jackets. If I want a head wrap, I'm sure she'll send me a head wrap. And she'll have it all mapped out for me. And I'm like, you should be doing this for people. You should be styling people. I'm like, you don't even have to go to their house. You could just do it online like you're doing it for me. And she's like, yeah, I'm going to start. Still hasn't started. It's time out for saying I'm going to start something. It's time out for talking. Your actions have to speak louder than your words. We need to get it done. Tomorrow's the 1st. Tomorrow is the 1st. The 1st of October. It's time to get it done and get it done right. And if you need help, go on YouTube University and look up the stuff that you need to look up. If you need help and you got a couple $100, you want to get to where you need to get faster, start researching some of these coaches that are doing the stuff that you're doing. Go on ChatGPT. Like, there's no excuse at this point. There's no excuse. No more excuses. Let your actions speak louder than your words. I'll talk to you guys later.